welcome everybody to Unrestricted Hotness Aruba. I'm Nicole, I'm one of your hosts, and I'm here with Liz, and we're so excited to see you. This is a pretty special one for us because this is our second to the possibly last one for a while or forever, or I don't know yet, but we're pretty sure that we're going to move on to something even better and more awesome. So we're just so excited that you guys are all here and that it's an island. I love that too. And our amazing friends.
Yes, so as Nicole said, we're coming to an end because the whole reason we started these is that we have been site visiting where our secret family reunion trip's going to be at the end of 2021, and we have to make a decision. And so we've seen all these incredible places. We've got this one and one more stop to go check out, but I cannot tell you how much fun we had doing our rehearsal for this one yesterday. So I don't want to talk anymore. I want to throw it right over to Maureen and get us started. Hey, Maureen.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome and bon venue to the beautiful island of Aruba. So I'm sure that if you're looking behind me, it looks kind of deserty, a lot of cacti and everything, but I happen to be in a very special location, which you can see behind me right now. This is Santa Lucia. It is a very unique, peaceful, and wonderful place to spend some quality time with yourself or with that special someone. What's nice about it, it's in the middle of the island, which means that it is surrounded by nature. As you can see around me here, everything is surrounded by cacti, by watapana trees, by aloe plants, by boulders. Everything here is natural. Of course, not the buildings, but everything else here, we didn't bring any of it. This is just what Mother Nature gave us. But enough about me and Santa Lucia. I think we should head on over to the rest of my team. We can't wait to show you the wonderful hidden gems of Aruba. So enjoy.
Oh, thank you so much, Maureen. Okay, so we have Vashni. Where are you?
Good morning, everyone. I am actually on the north coast of the island, and I am inside of our lighthouse. And the name of our lighthouse is California Lighthouse. So I'm actually going slowly up the stairs. They are a bit steep.
Don't fall and break yourself.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Okay, so I'm going to throw in, I got my background. Is this the lighthouse you're in? I don't know if you can see me, but this lighthouse?
I just reached on top. I don't see you, Liz.
So I think this is where Vashni is, and she's climbing to the top. You went up all these stairs?
Yes. That is correct.
All right, ladies. So I finally reached the top. So as you can see, this is the California Lighthouse. It was built in 1916. And the main reason why it was built was because in the late 1800s, we had a steamship called California that crashed on the north coast of our island. No lives were lost, but that is when the government of Aruba decided that it is very needed, a lighthouse is very much needed on the island.
Wait. You had ships crash into the island, therefore you built a lighthouse? That's an incredible story.
That is the reason
That's worse than hitting a mailbox.
So right there is where the incident happened, on that side.
Wow.
It's right. I think it's like this.
The incident.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I'll go there now.
And can you literally see all the way around the island if you walk around that?
Yes, you can. I am going to give you the 360-degree look, but it's going to get a little bit windy, so just so you know.
All right.
That's why we call it a windward and a leeward side of the island, right? Stacy says there's a restaurant at the bottom of where she is. Maureen, can you tell us about that while Vashni's in the wind? There?
Yeah, so the restaurant that Stacy's referring to, which you see right now down there, that's the Faro Blanco restaurant. And I think Vashni's back with us now, so she can explain a little bit more about that. I got to work on my tan a little bit.
Yes, so right down there you can see it is a restaurant nowadays. It's one of the best restaurants on the island. It's called Faro Blanco Italian Restaurant, and it has one of the best views on the island. However, back in the day, 1916 to be specific. It was built for the lighthouse keeper. So every night he would have to go up these stairs, turn this on manually. So if we had any ships coming in, they wouldn't crash on the north side.
Oh, wow. How amazing.
I'll be like, me and my megaphone.
I
Scoot
read
over to the
online
left.
that you actually can see Venezuela from Aruba. Is it from this lighthouse you can see it?
No, more in the downtown area of the island. That is where you are able to see Venezuela on a clear day. You can literally see the mountains of Venezuela.
Okay, incredible.
I think you can also see Venezuela from where Jose is at, if I'm not mistaken.
Jose, well, let's go to Jose. Vashni, we'll see you again in a little bit, I think. Thank you for climbing all of those stairs for us. Take a breath.
Thank you, Nicole. See you later.
All right, Jose, where are you?
Hello, good afternoon. Right now, I'm all the way into Cerro Colorado. Vashni was right now in the north coast of Aruba. I'm at the southeast coast of Aruba in a really famous reference point for tourists called the Red Anchor. The Red Anchor is really popular in Aruba because it's a reference point. It can guide you to the beaches of Grapefield, where you can do amazing sports like windsurfing and kite surfing. But it can also take you into Colony, where we have famous beach like Baby Beach, which is actually really famous for what we have. As you can see in my back, the Red Anchor is really popular. We have also tourists that will come and take us selfies. Always a great moment to take selfies. So we just got someone taking a selfie. But as Vashni mentioned, from this point, actually, if you go all the way to the top of the Red Anchor, in a clear day, you're able to see one of the highest points of Venezuela, which is a mountain called St. Ana. Let me show you around so you can have a better view.
I love a good selfie.
Oh, look at this. Look at that color of blue and the red and the green. Oh.
So as Vashni, yes, this Red Anchor also has a story. It was actually lost by a ship that was waiting to come to shore. But in that time, they lost the anchor. Many years later, they decided to place it here in memory to all seamen.
Wait. That's a real anchor? Like that's from a real boat?
It's from a real boat. So you can actually see here, it has the information. It's 41 feet tall, 12 feet wide. And on this side, you can actually see the weight, but in kilograms.
Wow.
Wow.
That's incredible. I didn't realize. I thought it was just a piece of art. I didn't know it was real.
No, it's actually real. So many years they decided to put it here in memory to all seamen that lived in this area a long time ago. But now it's a famous reference point for tourists.
Oh, that's incredible. So I have another question for you, Jose. I noticed that you were driving around on an ATV and we saw that yesterday. Is that like the official vehicle of Aruba?
Yes, well, this is my ride for these days. It's a UTV. We have, right now we're in a really famous point of the island for activities like UTV, ATV, or any type of off-roading activities. Because this area can actually lead you all the way into the national park where all these activities takes place. Right now, you can only see sneak peek of the beach side, but once you get closer to the national park, you are able to see different secret caves that we have, different landmarks, secluded beaches for swimming, and as well the famous natural pool.
Okay, incredible. Well, speaking of beaches, I think Thurwin might be waiting for us at a beach.
I love a beach.
Thank you so much, Jose. We're gonna go see Thurman now. Thurwin.
So now we take you to Thurwin. He is right now at the most photogenic tree that we have on the island, the Fofoti tree.
Woo! Oh my gosh, the most photogenic. Oh, hi, Thurwin.
Oh my gosh, it's Batman.
Hello, this is Batman here at Eagle Beach, Aruba. Can you hear me well?
Yes, perfectly.
Awesome. So here we are at Eagle Beach. I'm just gonna walk around kind of slowly. You can see nice white sandy beaches and a crystal clear blue water. Also here at the Eagle Beach is also a very nice place for families to come and sit and relax on the beach. As you can see, the sand is beach is very wide, so there's a lot of space to have a nice family day. Also, on this side, you will see behind me, there are some of these jet ski that will be a little more of activities that families can also do and rent out. Also, because here at the Eagle Beach, we also have one of the famous tree. Let me just switch up. One moment. Here we go. So over here, as you can see, this is actually the Fofoti tree. The Fofoti tree, a lot of people have recognized it on the marketing international for Aruba. We use it as a symbol for our international marketing or as well advertisement. It's also known to be a view for a lot of families, weddings, or people that want to come take picture, even guests. So as you can see, it have an amazing shape, kind of look like a bonsai shape. That's because of the trade winds that we have here in Aruba. So it's actually showing always to side of the beach, as you can see.
Wow, look at that.
That's how my soul towards the water too.
I want to jump in the water actually because it's a nice sunny day.
I'll give you $5 if you cannonball.
Deal. I'll do it in a minute. Okay. So also we have two of these three. There's one over here and there's a smaller one over here.
Wow.
These are the only two ones that you will find actually on this side of the island. The others of them, there's a total of 8 of them. The other 6 are actually in the national park. As well, these trees are protected. So as you can see, there's not a lot going on around there. As you can see over there, you can see most of the activities.
What kind of tree did you say it is?
These ones are for 40 trees.
40 trees. I gotta Google it.
Like we work with a company that actually do most of our transfers when we have group. And if you can see, it also have the same name for 40.
Okay.
There's a lot of people mistaken with the other tree, which is a DV tree, but the DV tree is different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is the famous Fofoti tree.
I got it. Fofoti. Thank you, Nicole. I see it in the chat. Because I Googled it and what came up was that other one. The DVD.
Oh, yeah. So we will wait for you in this nice sandy beach. And normally you will build a snowman, but here in Aruba, we build sandman for Christmas.
Yes.
I love a good sandman.
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you so much, Thurwin. I think we are going to head over to Asa. Where are you, Asa?
Asanya.
Hi, everyone. Well, right now I'm in San Nicolas, and it's actually called the Art District of Aruba. Since 2016, local and international artists that participate in our annual Aruba Art Fair has been leaving behind these jaw-dropping murals as gifts. San Nicolas has about 50 murals, with about 10 murals being added each year. Right now, I'm standing in front of our National Library, where you can see a famous art piece by international artist chemist from Portugal. This art piece is the Anansi story that talks about a boy whose mind is trapped in bondage and is slowly trying to break free. As you take a closer look, you can actually see one of the chains start to break. And the chain actually goes around the entire building, incorporating other pieces from other artists in this amazing view. Now I'll take you to another must-see piece. This is our local economy made in steel. Very interesting. So here we have the shoko, as we say in English, the burying owl. The shoko is our national symbol. In the shoko, you can see different pillars of our economy. On the top right, you can see the Catholic Church. This is because the majority of our island is of Catholic religion. On the bottom, you can see the cruise ship industry, the refinery industry that actually kick-started the Aruban economy years ago. In the top left, you can see 2 people that is sitting next to each other. This actually symbolizes the love and friendship the locals have. Within the claws of the shoko, you can see a boa. The boa is actually an invasive species to our island. So our shoko is trying to protect our natural flora and fauna. Just to give you a better visual, we're gonna zoom out a little bit so you can get the full portrait, the full effect. Now follow me. I'm going. Yes, it's amazing. I never knew art can be so interesting. But I actually loved it. So now I'm taking you guys with me into the main street where you'll see different paintings on local businesses and homes. Another interesting piece. Let me just run.
Oh, don't get run over.
Yes, we have cars that are constantly moving. So here we are at one of our most Instagrammable spots for selfies. This is the Mosaic Angel. What's interesting about this piece, it's actually made out of thousands of mosaic tiles. You can see the intricate details and the different tiles that's used.
Fishnets.
Yes. And this is actually set to be renovated next year.
Wow.
Now,
the question in the chat says, where are all the people?
Oh, they're sitting around, but we're trying to keep the camera a little bit away from them.
Wait.
So if you take a look to my right, you can see the flamingo. The flamingo because it's pink.
Hey, I'm gonna paint that on my house, okay? Think my neighbors on mine?
No.
So the flamingo, you can find them on the Renaissance Islands, which we'll be going in a while. In the main street, it has become a popular spot for national events such as the Aruba Art Fair and Art Fashion Week. And also, if you go to this very interesting building, this is actually a local business, and you can find several art pieces painted on this. Yeah. So this one we have of a girl. It was painted several years ago. And last year, it was actually repainted to make it two-dimensional. In the middle, we have a beautiful, nicely parked car, which wasn't here yesterday. So what's interesting about...
I like how the car just blends into the wall.
Yeah. It's part of the artwork. Natural.
Totally.
Oh, Asa, that was amazing. And here she's back.
So this is actually a three-dimensional art piece. You have these 3D glasses that once you put them on, you will actually see a different vision. We offer walking tours in the main street where you can see the murals and hear stories about them. And on these walking tours, you can get the 3D glasses to see the visions and the app. So it's definitely a must-see. San Nicolas has really rejuvenated it to become one of our hotspots on the island. So this was it for me in San Nicolas. Yes, I'll be taking you to Yarimal for more. Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite part of living there, and what's your favorite part of the island?
I love the art. I actually did the mural tour a few months ago, and I was like, oh my God, I never knew art was so interesting. I instantly became an art lover. Oh. So it's really like, it's beautiful. San Nicolas has been completely transformed since we started doing this project.
If we want to bring back art when we come visit, is there like a market, or can you guys hook us up with some people that do these incredible pieces?
Yeah. Yes, if you actually look to my right, we actually have, let me get out of the road real quick. We actually have several art galleries such as the Artista, where if you want to have your own art piece made by a local artist at your home, they can actually arrange that for you. So to fly the artist back to your destination, and they will paint it and everything.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Asa. That was amazing. I think we're headed to Yari now.
You're welcome.
Bye, Asa.
Yeah.
Yari,
bye.
Where are you? Oh, muted, unmute. She got there by UTV. I will have you note that this is the official car of Aruba.
It's the easiest to get around to all the natural spots.
Yeah.
Nope.
There you go.
Yadi, we can hear you, but we can't see you.
Yes, I'm here.
I love the view in the background.
Can you hear me?
We hear you now. Yay.
Yes. Oh, great. Well, I'm so excited to show you around this secluded beach, which is Mangal Alto. In the local language means high mangrove. So I just exploring the island on this ultra terrain vehicle, which is a lot of fun, by the way. I love it. It's so much fun. Let me show you around this beautiful secluded, we call it Haute Dokimazo beach, which is, as I say, Mangal Alto. Here we have a beautiful shallow reef area where it's very easy access through this pier. We're also gonna show you next on the beach area. We can bring you with a sailing boat as well and anchor over there on that little private island where it's fantastic for snorkeling or for diving, for beginners or for advanced, for everyone is welcome. As you can see, it's very secluded beach, it's not many people. Let's explore more about this Mangal Alto beach. All the beaches in Aruba, by the way, are public, so anyone can come and join a nice beach day, or maybe, why not, a stunning sunset view from this beach. Let's walk around this beautiful, so secluded wooden bridge where you can see sometimes we encounter beautiful flora and fauna. This is the only beach in Aruba that is surrounded by mangroves. These mangroves are home of pelicans and many other birds. Here, as you can see, we have very easy access to the shallow crystal water. And sometimes we encounter iguanas and other creatures like crabs and you name it. So on this beach, we can organize a kayak tour with the UTV. We can also organize paddleboard, sub yoga, diving, snorkeling, or picnic lunches here in this secluded beach. Look at this all by yourself. Imagine yourself here on this beach. We also have palapas to offer for you to enjoy a nice beach day like this lady here enjoying. And we have very nice easy access here through, look, the people are snorkeling here. It's very, very easy access. Look at this crystal water. I'm even going and see my toes and maybe some fishes around. The marine life here is fantastic. We have all kind of blue parrotfish, red snapper, yellowtail, barracudas. And if you go further inside the coral, you may find octopuses and eagle mangoes and many more creatures. The coral there is fantastic. It's very pure and live. So, hi guys. How are you? Say hi to the camera. So here I'm gonna show you the rest of the beach in Mangal Alto, where it's
Sorry,
also...
quick question.
Yes.
Is Aruba affected by hurricane season?
Oh no, that's a very good question. We are out of the hurricane belt. Never any hurricane passing by here. We are just very close to South America, where it's really, you know, we're out of that area where normally the hurricanes pass. So in Aruba, we get some time rain, very unusual, but we call it liquid sunshine.
That's right. Feels like it's easy to plan your incentive trip there because you won't get canceled by hurricane stuff.
Exactly. And here you can find almost 365 days sunny like today. Here, this is also a very easy access to the coral reef. Over there, we have more palapas, and this is very secluded area where you can enjoy a nice beach day. So I don't know about you, but I'm gonna stay here exploring the corals. Maybe I find a Dory and say hi from you.
I'm gonna. You stay there and enjoy the sunshine, but we have an adventure, a pink adventure ahead of us. So we're gonna go to Jonathan now.
Yes, Jonathan is feeding the flamingos. So I hope to see you in Aruba soon. Thank you. Bye.
Sorry, Jonathan, where are you?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm right here at the Renaissance Island. Let me give you a few. So the Renaissance Island is actually a private island owned by the Renaissance Hotel, which is only accessible, as you can see behind me, by a boat. So Renaissance Island is actually where you leave the world behind just by a water taxi. The Renaissance Island actually is a 40-acre island, and it's very private. You have two sides of the island actually. Right behind me is where you can see the gazebos, the cabanas. That's where you have the Iguana Beach. The Iguana Beach is mostly for family oriented. So for families, they will go to the Iguana Beach. But right now, I'm going to turn my camera around, and I will walk you through why this island is more popular for.
Oh,
so let me just turn the camera around.
Oh, look at this.
I will walk you through. So as we're going to walk, as I mentioned, the Renaissance Island, as it's a private island owned by the Renaissance Hotel, only if you're staying at the Renaissance Hotel, you have access to the island. But if you're not staying at the Renaissance Hotel, you can get a day pass for approximately $125. You get a day pass for the Renaissance Island. So the Renaissance Island, I'm getting closer to where it's, you can do the whole day. You can just sit by the beach. They have a spa, they have a bar. So it's up to you what you would like to do. They have even hammocks inside of the water, the ocean. So you can enjoy the whole day here on the island. The first boat to get on the island is at 7 a.m. and the last one to leave is at 6 p.m. in the afternoon. So you have the whole day here on the island. And now we're getting closer to why this island is very popular.
Oh my gosh.
So here they are.
Oh, they're huge.
So you have the flamingos here on the island that you can really just feed. They walk around just freely here on the island.
Oh my gosh! Look at them.
Yes. So as you can see, you have a lot of people. You can just sit here on the island, or you can rent the cabanas. There's them right there in the back for the whole day.
I love them so much.
Let me try and see if I can get closer to one of them. Let me see if I can get closer to one of them.
Hi. So they don't bite or peck. They're not. Oh, you just feed them. That's how you do it.
That was not hungry.
No, he's like.
No, that one is not hungry. So like I already ate, so I don't need food anymore.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah. So let me just see if I can get here. Yeah. Also, the Renaissance Island. Besides they renting it for you can spend the day here. In the evening, they also do like dinner for couples. They can do for couples, or they can also for a friend. You can have evening dinners here, as well as you can have private parties, private events. You can have here on the island. So
oh my God!
I think they're very busy now. So let me give you the last.
They balance on one leg. They're so heavy.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. So that is why this island is very beautiful. So you have these flamingos. The whole day they will run free here on the island. So
I love them so much.
I think Aruba is waiting for you, and Renaissance Island as well.
Thank you. Oh. So do you buy the food there, and you can they have little feeders?
No, actually you don't buy the food. So when you're on the island, you just go to the bar and ask them for the food. So they will give you food so you can feed the flamingos. You don't actually have to pay for the food.
Do the flamingos let you touch them, or do you just hold the food out?
You hold the food out. They come and eat when they're hungry. Some of them do not like to be touched, but you can touch them, but they do not bite you really.
Okay, Nicole, you cannot hug the flamingo.
So there's no cuddling? Got it.
Cuddling.
Oh, no, cuddling? No, there's no cuddling. It's the cuddling or grabbing the flamingos is not allowed.
Done. Got it.
You're going to have to settle for the stuffed flamingo. So here you go.
So next time when you visit the islands, you have the opportunity to take selfies and take pictures with the flamingos here on the Renaissance Island.
Oh my gosh, Jonathan, that was incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It is my pleasure. And now I'm going to my colleague that's going to climb some boulders for some scenic view of Aruba as well.
Okay, incredible. So who are we going to next, Maureen? I see either Jose or Elizabeth or Vashni or Quincy. What do you think?
I think it's whoever made it to the top of the boulder, I think. It's got quite a climb to go.
It's like the Amazing Race.
It is.
Farland's still driving.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Jose, no camera on. Who made it? Who made it?
How about in the meantime, I show you this great view that I'm enjoying
right
here.
Amazing.
Look at that.
I'll take it.
I was just laying about. I don't know if you saw me, but I was just laying about here enjoying a nice cocktail. And look at this view.
Wow.
Just surrounded by nature, peaceful, quiet. I tell you, I think everybody else on my team has the harder work. They're running around showing you all the hidden gems, and I'm here laying by the pool enjoying and getting a tan.
Just calling on the cocktails. Cocktails, please.
Please refill.
It's so interesting. I had absolutely no idea it was like a desert island. That's so crazy.
Yeah, so fun fact about Aruba. On the northern coast of the island, it all looks like this. It's all cacti, it's desert, it's dry, and that's kind of where all the off-roading activities happen. You can do them with Jeeps, you can do them with UTVs, we have horseback riding, we have biking as well, or you have the south side of the island, which is where you've seen most of the team members, and that's the tropical side where you see all the beaches and all the palm trees and all the resorts are. Okay. So this island is very unique because you get a little bit of everything all in one.
So where you are right now,
days of sunshine.
Where you are right now, are those little houses rentable, or what is this little area?
Yeah, so the houses that you see behind me, those are all private little kanuku homes. And so they all have a bedroom, they've got a kitchenette and everything, and you have a whole house to yourself when you come and stay here. This is for anyone who really wants to be in the middle of nature with quiet, peaceful, kind of away from the beach, different experience on an island is really what it is. So each of these is individual. They've got spacing in between, so you won't be seeing your neighbor through the window or hearing them or anything like that. But you still get a wonderful vacation, and it's got this wonderful pool behind me. It's got a wonderful palapa behind me. It's got an outdoor kitchen. So it's something very different, and something that, honestly, to tell you from my experience, constantly being on a whole bunch of conference calls and meetings all day, this is where I come to unwind.
Yeah,
the sunset's just beautiful here.
Is there like a national drink and a national food we need to make sure we experience?
So yeah, so we have our national drink is the Aruba Reba, very popular. It is a mixture of a lot of different elements, alcohol-wise, juice-wise, and always topped off with an umbrella. Everywhere you go on the island, you can get one. It all depends where you go. You'll have a little bit of a twist to how it's made because everybody throws their own little concoction in. And then our famous food, I would probably say for me is the pastichi. It's a nice empanada looking type of pastry. It's a puff pastry and it's got Dutch cheese inside, but you can also get it with meat or chicken. But I know that, for instance, a lot of my colleagues, they prefer the kishi and na, which is a very authentic dish, very local dish. You get it in most of our local restaurants. I personally can't make that at home. I can make the pastichi, which is why it makes it easier. Now you understand why the pastichi is my favorite. I can make it. The kishi na is a bit more complicated because it's kind of got a mixture of nuts, of raisins. It's got either shredded chicken or shredded meat. And then it's got like baby onions in it, baby tomatoes. It's all cooked in an oven in a skillet, and it's covered with slices of Gouda cheese, Dutch cheese. Oh. And so it's put in the oven and it's baked. I tell you, cheese. It's all about the cheese. Cheese makes everything wonderful.
Aruba is my favorite now.
I think, listen, we're inviting all of you to come. That's why we're showing you what's so amazing and beautiful about this island. And like Yarimar shared, we're outside of the hurricane belt, so it makes for a perfect destination any time of the year.
So what's your status right now with the whole pandemic deal?
So we actually have officially gone to yellow. I don't know if they've updated it on all the websites, but we've officially been dubbed by Holland as yellow level. We don't have high cases for international. It was more of a local spread. But for instance, our airport has a wonderful process that they do that you either get tested before coming to the island or you get tested at the airport. If you get tested here at the airport, you get your results anywhere from 2 to 12 hours. So all you have to do is just go to your accommodations. If you're staying at a resort or an Airbnb or something, you stay there until you get your results. There's an app that you download. And once you get your results, if you're negative, enjoy your vacation. If you're positive, bum, bum, bum.
You just quarantine in the little house you rented for 14 days.
You're more than happy to come and quarantine here. I wouldn't mind it. But yeah, so that, I mean, right now, if you're out and about in public areas, if there's no social distancing, you have to have a face mask on.
Yeah.
I'm not surrounded by anybody, which is why I have no mask on. It does horrible for tanning lines, by the way, on the face. But if you are, like for instance, if you're going to a restaurant, you can, as long as while you're walking to your table, you have to have a face mask on. But once you're seated, you can take off your face mask. So the island itself did a pretty good job of kind of putting certain protocols in place that maintain the spread to stay low.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you. It looks like Thurwin found some rocks. Thurwin, are you ready for us? Where are you?
Hello everyone, I'm back again here. I am at Ayo Rock Formation, which is also a nice part of Aruba's Arikok Park. Most of you might have heard of it, called National Arikok Park. So for example, behind me, it's a big boulder. The reason why it's a nice point apart for Aruba is because back then, the Indians, the Arawak, when they came on the island, they actually need to look for shelter or place to hide if they need to hide for the sun, because as you know, Aruba have a lot of sun. As you can see, I'm taking some sunlight. But it can be sometimes very heavy, so that's why in the boulders they have some forms that they can go hide on, or if it rains. So for an example, if I'm walking over here, I'm gonna switch the camera so you can see where I'm going. This is going to be a nice walk. Also, for an example, if you see all those varieties of boulders up there, they are forming different things. Some people see like a shark. I think over here you can kind of see it. Some people see different things. You can also see there's a lot of cactus. So this is a very protected area. Over here, mentioning about the rocks, as you can see, we're gonna see a big boulder of many, many, many years of erosion with water. It carved like a opening in it. And right now it's actually closed, as you can see, with some metal. It's because it has some Indian drawings. So I'm gonna go move closer so you can have a look.
I see them.
Oh, wow.
Do you see it?
Oh, that's
There's
amazing.
also some on the other side. So these drawings are from the Indians that used to come here millions of years ago, at least 1,500 years ago. So because of those drawings are very important to our Aruba, they decided to encage it to protect it, as you can see. Okay.
That's
so
amazing.
As we're walking around, yes?
That's amazing. I love it.
I know, it's really cool. So as we're walking around, there's not a lot of Indians anymore. You know, they all move on the other side of the island and start living life. We're having multicultural here in Aruba. So the area over here right now, it's more for other creature that comes in. They decided to protect it. So now we are able to use it for a very nice view for guests. So any tourist that comes to the island, it's a nice point here. They can come and see more of the nature part. Because this part is also formed from the lava formation, which is part of Ayo Rock. So some of these stones, for an example, as you can see, these stones are having a completely different color. Because it depending on the erosion of the lava, if it was above sea level or under sea level, it will give them a different tone and color and as well shape.
Is Aruba a volcanic island, or these come from neighboring islands?
Actually, Aruba, it created its own plate, you can say, from volcanic eruption. So it was created from lava, but it's not a volcanic island, no. And because of it, of millions of years, the coral grew around it. So earlier I was at Iguana Beach, and a portion of it is, you can see more coral stones and reef. But this side is more where you're gonna see more of these big boulders. These are formed from lava stones. And it gives you different designs, which is really nice. Now over here,
the rocks all look like they're in motion. It's because of
yes, and it you know, it's kind of speak to you. You know, you can just sit here, relax, see all the different shape. Because there's one boulder. I'm not sure if I'm able to show you, but you can see like a face of a gorilla. I'm not sure if I can see it.
And boulders that talk to me.
Yeah, I love boulders that talk to me too.
I get all my life advice.
Hey, you know, we all need a friend to talk to. Let me see if I'm able to show you. Probably not. So I think you need to go a little more outside. But there's an area. Let me just show you, for example. It's supposed to be like right over here. If you're like outside going with the car, you're able to see like a face of a gorilla.
Oh. And so this,
as you can see as well,
you can do private events.
Yes. Now that's why over here, as you can see, there's an open area. Is here where we can do event. Echo have done a couple of things over here where we turn this whole thing into like an avatar movie with lights, music, entertainment. So we make like a nature disco party.
I love it.
Trust me, you have to experience it. Once I've experienced it working here with Echo and I've done it, it's amazing. And we are able to come with entertainment, and also because it's actually protected by law, we also have to get permission. So we do all the process ahead so people can come enjoy the fantastic events that we can throw in nature.
Okay, and then what was this called again? Io Rock, is that right?
Yes, Io Rock Formation. There's two big Io Rock Formation, which is this one, which is the Io Rock, and Casibari Rock Formation, which one of my colleagues will be showing you in a few minutes.
Yes, well, and I see that Jose has a view of some big giant mountain. So is that what we're talking about?
Yes. So Jose, take it away.
Jose.
Woo! Thank you, Thurwin.
Thank you, Thurwin.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so right now I'm live here from Casibari Rock Formation. As Thurwin mentioned, this is actually one of the two rock formations that we have on the island. From Casibari as well, you can enjoy the great view. So as you can see just in front of me, right there, I have the haystack, which is the Hooiberg. Vasi mentioned it in the beginning of the webinar. That's actually one of the famous hills that we have in Aruba. So from here, you have actually a great view. As well,
that's not a volcano, right, Jose? Because Thurwin said no volcanoes.
It looks like a volcano, and it actually has 600 steps going all the way to the top.
Oh, wow.
So
oh, not for me.
But the Casibari Rock Formation as well is surrounded by different type of boulders, just like Io Rock Formation. But one of the great things about Casibari is that it also has different stairs going all the way to the top. So I just did my daily cardio session by climbing 110 steps.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? There was a question earlier, Jose, of how many steps were in the lighthouse. So do you know that one?
It's around 120 steps going all the way to the top. So it's only one way to the top and one way going down. So once you start going up, you need to go all the way to the top because there is no way to go down.
Okay, so for both of these, we just need to get our Stairmaster work on before we come visit Aruba.
Make sure you have your Fitbit on.
The difference is that we have two stairs. We have this one over here, which is more advanced, but we have this one over in this side with different stuff, so it will be easier for everyone to climb all the way to the top. As well, the Casibari Rock Formation is really famous for activities like UTV, jeep tours, and island tours. In a busy day, it will be filled with different activities, and they will walk around and learn more about what Aruba has to offer. And as you can see as well, the view is
just beautiful.
Incredible.
Yeah, and one of our participants, Megan, the same thing I was thinking, which is it looks so much like Arizona. It's crazy.
Well, it's like Arizona, but the thing here in Aruba is that in one side we might have Arizona, but at the other side we have the white sand beach with the crystal clear.
So beautiful. So now I know that we've talked a lot about the outdoor experiences and flamingos and a lot of that stuff, but there are casinos on the island too, is that right?
Yeah, so all the high-rise hotels, they all have their own casino, and most of them right now are smoking free, so living in Aruba, you won't have any problem finding a casino.
And then I read online that if you win lots of money, they don't tax you in Aruba. So that's the reason to go.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. However, whenever you're traveling back home, you will need to declare the amount of money that you're traveling with.
So they'll get you when you get to the border.
Yes.
Mine would be
You don't get it
zero.
here, but you will get it when going back home.
How big is the island? How large in general? Do you know?
So the island is 90 miles long by 6.5 miles wide. So in my back, you will see part of downtown. At the other side, you will see the longer part of the island, which is actually the southeast part. In the beginning, I was all the way to Cerro Colorado, which is on that side. And Vashni was on the opposite side of the island by the north side.
Okay.
So Aruba is actually pretty small. So in 45 minutes, you're able to drive from one point of the island all the way to the other point of the island.
Oh, okay. And there's how many people? 15,000 people there?
So we have 110,000 inhabitants, from which we have 96 different nationalities living on the island. So you will see people from all around the world living here in Aruba.
Incredible.
So before we leave, let me share a little bit more of the view with you before we go over to Maureen in Santa Lucia. As you can see, every place that you visit in Aruba will provide you with a perfect Instagram picture.
Yes, indeed.
So make sure you always have some battery on your phone.
Yes.
Hey, it looks like Vashni found Asa. Where'd you guys go, Vashni?
We are very close to the airport right now. We are with a few of our team members. So it's nice to see them.
Amazing.
Oh, okay, let's see. Maureen, what's going on in your world?
So I have had just about as much sun as I can take for the day. So I am going to head into what we call the Shoko house, which is the red house behind me. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for being here, for joining us, for giving us the opportunity to show you what makes Aruba hot and why you should come and visit. Like I said, son, you liked that, didn't you?
I did. I appreciate it all more than you know.
Always, always. As I mentioned, you know, Santa Lucia here, you can come and you can use it as a private getaway. We've done events here in the evening. We've also done breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. But I think that, like I mentioned, it's hot. And so I think I'm going to get ready to head inside. I don't know if you have any other questions for us before I kind of cool off a little bit in the air conditioning.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think Jonathan, if you still have flamingos around you, I'm just going to put you back up on the big screen and turn on some music.
Oh.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. This was an incredible tour of Aruba. Enjoy your moment of zen.
That is a hot idea.
I agree, bro. We're going to talk later.